So firstly, I would say the main initial challenge that I faced was making friends at university. I found that pretty tough because you're coming to a new place, you need to navigate the area first of all, and there's other people in your course you really don't know at all. So what I found that was helpful was to remember that other people are as afraid as you. They are as nervous and they don't really know anyone either, so everyone's in the same boat, and whether you think your disability or your condition or being autistic is changing that view, it doesn't. You just maybe feel a bit more nervous. Everyone is struggling as much as you are. So just say hi to people. Everyone's lovely. That's what I did, and that's how I met my two closest friends. And a kind of double one to that, this comes from the friendship thing. I found it quite tough to accept myself in the way of I don't like going out clubbing. I find it really overwhelming. I'm really hypersensitive to sound and lights, so for me it's just a no-go. So I used to try and force myself to go to these things to try and keep friends, but real friends don't need those things from you. They understand that I'm autistic, so they just make more coffee plans with me, or like we'll go to the shops, we'll sit in uni for the day, and they know that I don't like those things. So I think it's also accepting yourself. You'll grow a lot during university and you'll become a lot more confident and you'll know who you are, but don't try and change the fact you're autistic or you have any of these disabilities or conditions to suit others. You will make friends. Don't change who you are for that. Another tough one I found was getting around the university. That made me really nervous because if I'm late for something, I can't go in. If I'm late, then it's just not happening. I get myself really wound up and I would go and sit in the library or sit elsewhere because it's quiet. Now, what I found is it is okay to come in late, so think about if you are really wound up, it's okay to take time to yourself, but for me, my learning became more important. So transport for me is pretty difficult coming in, so if my bus was late, my bus broke down, all these things, I then started putting in perspective that I'm coming to university to learn, and I'll take my time to get where I need to be, and I'll contact other people if I've missed some material in a seminar or lecture. Another challenge I would say would just be to organise myself. I found that really tough because university isn't like school, it isn't like college. You do need to do it on your own. So I found that although you seem a bit out of touch with the lecturers and stuff, do ask them for help. They're being paid to help you, that is their job. Don't feel you're bothering these people, but they are very happy to help you once you're interested. They can see an interest and they start to know you as well. So I found that you need to learn to approach lecturers a bit more, even though you're nervous. Ask for the additional help. And for me, in terms of organisation, I accessed the disability service at GCU. I found them to be absolutely fantastic. They're actually the ones who helped me get diagnosed with autism. So I think accessing that, them giving me the additional support I need, like mind mapping software, those sorts of things, a dictaphone to record in lectures, and getting extensions when and if I needed them was really helpful. And then I also accessed mentoring support at GCU, that's through the disability service, and my mentor specifically helped me through my fourth year, and I knew that was going to be a big challenge through the dissertation, but I got through it and I am going to graduate, so we're all good. So yeah, I do think ask for the help. Your challenges are very normal. You may just experience a little more difficulty with things, but do be open about it because the support is there. So that's the main challenges I would say. So the main positive experiences I had have been geared towards my own growth. I feel, particularly in terms of being on the spectrum, I feel my development is different. I feel although I'm more mature, I maybe lack the social skills that I should have had when I was 14 or whatever. So when I've came to university, I feel I've learned how to approach people a lot more. I've put myself doing volunteering, doing additional experiences that GCU have offered through student leadership and all those things. Everyone is nervous to go to these things, but I would say GCU enable you in every way you can, and there's like careers fairs that bring people in, so I did NHS volunteering, so I've done a lot of things, and I feel personally I'm so glad I came to university because I don't know where I'd be in terms of not even the education, just the confidence building, the way it's changed me, and I think it's also helped my development and communication and how I communicate with others. I would say for me, I think I can hyper focus. So when an assignment needs done, I can do it. It's all to do with my interest. So I think specifically with my interest in psychology and certain aspects of it, I've done incredibly well because I am very interested in that topic and I know a lot of things other students might not know. So I think my interest in the hyper focus has been really, really helpful, and I think making a career or possible even education, going down the educational route or volunteering and something you're interested in, it's a skill that autistic people excel in, because if you're interested you're going to do fantastic, in my eyes anyway. So I think that's really helped me. I also think, although this has been a double-sided difficulty for me, I have had a bit of difficulty with assignment questions, exam questions and essay questions, but I have had also comments that although I've maybe went and accessed the help to help me see it in the way they want me to write it, if that makes sense, I have came out with a really good piece of work where I have had comments at the side saying, I've never seen a student pick up on these things, you've took this in a different way but in a good way. So for students I would say, don't let your difficulty in perceiving questions and how you view them hinder you, because go get the help you need, but you can come out with this really fantastic piece of work, because I do think autistic people and people on the spectrum think differently. All neurodiverse people, I think, have this skill set in them, so don't look down on yourself for these things. They are a power to you. So I think that the hyper focus and my ability to be creative, even in projects and posters, and alongside that I do have a very good memory, so it's pretty much almost photographic, I would say. So I've began to use that in exams. With the disability service I got access to mind mapping software, so I've utilised my ability to see things in my head, the ability to visualise, and use them in exams, use them in projects, anything like that. So find what your skills are. You will find them, so don't think you've not got any. Everyone has a talent and skills of sorts, but use them to your advantage, because being autistic or having any condition or being neurodiverse has its positive parts. So utilise them in every way you can.